Hello, my name's Danielle. I'm the educator from Vital Plus, and I'm here to do some training for GERnétic to talk about a new GERnétic ampule called Shine Control. Now, those of you that know GERnétic know that we've had several launches of these beautiful ampules in the last 12 months. We've had our lift ampule and our flash ampule to treat aging concerns. We've had our Sensi Boost for sensitivity, and to complete the line, we've got our Shine Control. And you can imagine what Shine Control is for. It does exactly what it says. It's for treating oily skin and helping to mattify the skin and help to even the texture of the skin. So we'll get into having a look at the product, who it's for, and some of the actions it has on the skin. So who is Shine Control Ampule for? So as I said, it's ideal for clients who have excess oil. So anyone that wishes to mattify the skin or to mop up some of that excess oil, they're going to absolutely love this ampule. Clients wishing to prevent the appearance of excessive oil throughout the day, and those seeking a matte, radiant complexion. Fantastic, this product to use under makeup to give you that shine-free makeup radiant skin all day without excess oil flow. So who would we avoid using the Shine Control ampule for? Eczema, irritated, reactive or sensitive skins, and a dry skin's not going to need this either. So let's have a little look at what oily skin is. So what is an oily skin? So people with oily skin to have larger pores. We can often see that they have those enlarged pores on the face. They produce excess oil. So these pores can become clogged or blocked with sebum. You can get a buildup of dead skin cells, and that can lead to whiteheads, blackheads, and other blemishes on those clients as well. So what's causing an oily skin? Generally, it can be down to a lot of things, but let's break that down. So we've got genes, so enlarged pores and hyperactive, those sebaceous oil-producing glands may naturally be part of who you are. So we're born with an oily skin. So oily skin can be inherited from your parents, of course. Even if you're genetically predisposed to oily skin, it's often not the sole reason why you're experiencing it. So we can definitely have it as a skin type, but what are some of the other things that can contribute to excess oil production? So definitely your hormones. So women in particular may experience an increase in oiliness and breakouts when their hormones fluctuate. High levels of that androgen, that reproductive hormone in the skin, will stimulate those sebaceous glands and accelerate sebum production in the week before menstruation. So we can often find that we get oilier just before our period as well. Stress as well. When the body's under stress, your body produces that hormone cortisol, and that is also going to increase sebum production in the skin. So if you're stressed and you're finding your skin's looking more shiny, that will be part of the reason why. Diet as well. Everyone has different dietary triggers, so it's hard for me to kind of bring it all together here in this short presentation. Keep a track of the meals to help determine if certain foods are triggering excess breakout or oil. So definitely diet can contribute as well. And obviously a skincare routine. So clients with an oily skin often skip their moisturizer. This is what you find. You speak to clients and they say, oh, I'm really oily, I don't use a moisturizer, I just cleanse, or they're using very strapping products on their skin. Contrary to popular belief, oily skin needs to be moisturized. It needs that water and the hydration. It may not need the oil, but it needs that hydration. Otherwise, your skin will overcompensate for that lack of water by producing more oil. And that's a really important thing to talk to your clients about. Those more combination, shiny, oily skins, make sure they're hydrating their skin and they're in a good skincare range as well. So the benefits of the Shine Control ampule. So it's a powerful 2-in-1 action, gives an instant matte finish to the skin, and it also has a deep sebum regulating action. So the first action, the Shine Control mattifying ampule regulates that skin shine to achieve a long-lasting velvety matte finish. And the second main action here, the pores are going to be visibly tightened and the skin texture is smooth. It also limits the appearance of imperfections. So your skin is purified and you feel a pleasant sensation of freshness. Often these clients feel that their skin feels yucky. This is going to leave it really matte, fresh, and clean feeling as well. So let's have a look at some of the ingredients here. So what we use is a mattifying ingredient that they source from the sea. It's a marine exopolysaccharide, and they produce that through biotechnology in a laboratory. So what it is, it's a marine exopolysaccharide, which is a sugar. It's derived from plankton, and we get that off the north coast of Brittany. So they dredge that algae off the Brittany coast in France, and this will help to control excess sebum production and balance oily skin in the long run. So it's going to help to normalize oil production, but it's also helping to mattify it on the skin. So what they've shown you in this photo here, photo 1 and photo 2, so what they've used is something that's equivalent to the oil we'll find in the skin, and then they've put this exopolysaccharide in the container as well. The oil's obviously on top, but you can see when the product is together, what will happen is it will mattify. See how it's not like a thick oil anymore? It's mattified that sebum equivalent there. So application, this active ingredient delivers instant mattifying benefits, which make it great for fighting oily skin and tend to get shiny around the T-zone. So for any clients that are getting that oil T-zone, they're finding that the shine will increase throughout the day. This is going to be perfect to mattify the skin and make makeup last really well throughout the day. So the effect, this marine exopolysaccharide manages to regulate and mattify even the oiliest skin instantly. It prevents the skin from producing excess amounts of sebum. It's not going to strip the skin. I've used this myself, and it really keeps the hydration in there, but it will mattify it. So it'll hydrate, it won't dry the skin, and it's going to mattify the skin. The next ingredient we're going to look at is white willow bark. Now, this is a milder form of salicylic. So when we talk about salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, a BHA, and it comes from the willow bark tree, and that's what we're using here. There's the white willow bark, which is a milder form of salicylic. So you'll hear people talking about salicylic acid, and it's fantastic to treat oily skins because it's an oil-loving acid. So fantastic for going in and cleaning out that pore, helping to prevent the buildup of those dead skin cells. So this plant extract is gentle, natural alternative to salicylic acid. It is oil loving, so it works perfectly on an oily skin. So we're using the white willow bark, we're not using the salicylic acid, so we're using the milder version. So it helps gently slough away your dead skin cells and remove excess oils from the pore more gently than a BHA, that salicylic acid. So let's look at the benefits. It's going to gently exfoliate, found naturally in the willow bark extract, can provide gentle exfoliations and reveal a more radiant, healthy, smoother skin. It's going to refine those pores as well. Salicylic is actually where we get our aspirin from. So it's got an anti-inflammatory action. So whenever you're using salicylic on the skin, it's going to reduce redness and it's going to calm the skin as well. So this extract is going to calm redness because of salicylic having those anti-inflammatory properties. It can also help alleviate redness and irritation. And often with clients, if they're prone to a bit of breakout, they're getting that redness and inflammation. It's going to refine the pores. As mentioned, willow bark extract is rich in tannins, which are naturally astringent. So it helps minimize the appearance of those pores as well. It's reducing oiliness. It's got those tannins in there to reduce oiliness and acne breakout. And you've also got polyphenol and flavonoids in there, which are antioxidants. So it's going to help to offset aging as well, acting as an antioxidant. The last ingredient in here, and you'll smell this when you use the product, is our beautiful Australian tea tree. So we know that very well in this country. So tea tree comes from that melaleuca tree, otherwise known as the tea tree. So tea tree oil takes on acne from two fronts. The first is its natural antimicrobial, so it's going to help to prevent breakout on the skin. And it also contains monoterpenes. The oil's complex chemical structure is difficult for bacteria, including those C. acnes, to develop a resistance to. So those monoterpenes in there will help to prevent that C. acne from becoming prevalent on the skin, and therefore reducing the breakout on the skin. So tea tree oil also takes on acne by reducing inflammation. So the benefits we're going to find when we use this ingredient on the skin: less redness, tenderness, and swelling around the point of infection. Tea tree oil can soothe the skin while ridding it of the bacteria that causes acne in the first place. So how do we use this? So these ampules come in 7 ampules. We've used these before, so most of you know how to use them. There's an image of one just here. And what we do is we click the top off, and then we've got a little dropper in there, and we apply the dropper. We can get 2 to 3 applications out of one bottle, okay? So it is advised to use the Shine Control Ampule for 14 days in the morning. So if you've got 7 ampules there, you've got 14 days of morning use there. So Shine Control Ampule is especially beneficial in the summer, more humid months. If we're thinking of that heat and humidity, it's fantastic to use this throughout the summer to help mattify the skin and, as I say, make that makeup last longer. We're generally recommending you use this in the morning because that's when you're wanting to control that appearance of oil. If you are going out in the evening, there's absolutely no reason why you can't use this in the evening as well for special occasions. Once opened, use the enclosed cap, as I said, and that dropper, place it onto the ampule and use it as a dropper. So prepare your skin with your usual routine, cleansing and toning lotion. So normally in the case of an oily skin, that's going to be your Derma and your sebum. You can use half an ampule and press that onto the face and neck. If it's just the T-zone you want to treat, there's no reason why you can't just apply that through the T-zone as well. So we're normally following that with your usual treatment creams. The appropriate supportive treatment creams would be your mixed and oily cream. You can just use that over the ampule, or you can use your Synchro 2000, or you can apply your Shine Control Ampule, your mixed and oily, and then Synchro 2000 over the top of that. Tip: these Shine Control ampules can be used as required to mattify the skin under makeup for special events. So, you know, in the case of a bride, if you're getting married on a hot, humid day, you want your makeup to last really well through the day, this is an excellent product to use underneath your primer to keep that skin matte and make that makeup last all day. Just an idea of what we can do with this Shine Control Ampule. We can definitely use these in Salon. So just a little treatment here I created, but we can use these wherever you like on a client with those conditions that we're talking about. So cleanse and prepare, normally with Derma and sebum if we're treating an oily skin. Remove that with your fibrella. We can use a marine gumming cleanser after that. You could definitely use flower acid if you wanted to. I like to, on an oily skin, use Mito and Immunomask as well. After we've left our Immunomask on and cover that with the foil for 10 minutes, you can remove that and apply half an ampule of that Shine Control to the skin. Press that in till it's well absorbed. Then you can use your mixed and oily. You could do a massage with Synchro. I personally love the Marine Essence Mask on a combination oily skin with breakout. It gives fantastic results. But there's no reason on a more inflamed skin you couldn't use Vegetal Mask. After you've removed that Marine Essence Mask, you can apply to finish the other half of the Shine Control Ampule. You could use mixed and oily, and you could use Synchro 2000 as well. Always with these ampules, just a tip down here, do not overhandle these products because it will go into your body and not into your client. So just apply it onto your hands and put it straight onto the client. As I said, we can mix those ampules, so we can use half at the beginning of the treatment and half at the end for your client to finish, which is a nice way to do this with this one because they're going to leave and it's going to leave the skin matte. But there's no reason why you can't use the whole ampule at the end of the treatment, or if you wanted to, you could use it underneath your massage as well. So just to recap there, so that wonderful Shine Ampule, who is it for? It's for our oily, our combination skins, congested breakout skins, and clients looking to mattify the skin. As I said again, it's not for those dry skins, eczema, very sensitized skins. I hope you all give this product a try. It is a really nice product to use. It's got a great pleasure of use, and you do get that fantastic mattifying effect, as I say, without the dehydration. So thank you for your time today. Again, if you have any questions, Jemima and I are always available. Please call us, or you can ring the office with any questions as well. Thank you so much.